Hey GH peeps, welcome back to my channel where we talk all things General Hospital. Today's late night review is for Thursday, guys. It's Thirsty Thursday, or like I like to say, one more day to the weekend. Hey, it is March 28th, 2024. Hope you guys had a good Thursday. I had a pretty good Thursday. I cannot complain. Productive Thursdays are always the best Thursdays for me. How was GHing for y'all? Any highs? Any lows? Any oh my goodness, if Ava leans any further into that couch, her head gonna be on that man's knee. Y'all peep game on that. How she just leisurely did the left. I mean... Was it to her right? I don't know, but I was like, okay. That's called looking after your homegirl's man. Okay. I ain't never seen that kind of looking out for her homegirl man, but okay. And the moment when Dante, my boo, knocked the cup off that table because Sam had the nerve to wipe his face with that hard, dirty old towel that she wiped everything else with after she was done. I'm like, well, okay, what is it? First she wiping his neck. I'm like, okay, I don't know what she's wiping up, but okay. Then she wipes up his hand. It's dry. I'm like, I don't know what she doing. And she started wiping off the counter. He like, you then sat there and rubbed me with this dry, raggedy old blue scratchy towel. That's what woke him up. You're like, what the hell wrong? That's my highlights, guys. I'll probably have some more throughout the story, but you know how it goes. Please leave your highlights in the comments section. I truly love seeing you guys' highlights and reactions. Y'all be having me rolling, okay? That's all I'm going to say. I just love the interaction. And if you already ain't following me, if you already ain't hit that like button, hit that like button. And if you've been following me for a while and you digging the content, hit that subscription button, boo boo, for reals. But anyway, let's get into it because let's talk about it. So we're at the courthouse. That's at the courthouse. The courthouse. Okay, first of all, I'm just going to say, I don't know about y'all, but I've been waiting for Jocelyn and Christina to bang. Yeah, I have, because they just been having this little thing going back and forth between them for just the longest, and I'm just over it. Now, I know she can't bang her now because the girl pregnant. And by the way, highlight, I forgot that one. What was with Christina's deflatable box stomach? Y'all seen that? That reminded me, and before y'all Beyonce people come after me, but that one she had on that yellow dress, and her stomach had that funny little shape in it. I ain't saying the woman did not carry. I ain't gonna say nothing else. All I want to say is the props need to do better, because you can see the box, whatever that was underneath Christina's did not look like a moon. It looked like a box or something. It did not look like a fetus. I mean, it did not look like a stomach. But anyway. But I'm getting tired of Christina. She's starting to get on my dang nerves. But anyway, so Josh asked Christina, about Dante, and they catch up on him, that he's doing good. And after the Dante conversation, the conversation just goes to the left, to the left. To the left, to the left. It went right to the left. Josh can't believe that Christina thinks Jason shot Dante. Chris brings up the evidence, no evidence, which Molly presented, no evidence, just a bloody shirt with DNA on it. Thinks Jason, Christina brings up the evidence, which I said again, no evidence, says she got her info from Molly. I'm like, oh, so y'all both sorely mistaken. Okay, it's okay. We know Molly is sorely mistaken, but the fact that you chewing up the tree, but we ain't shot Christina. And Sonny believes it also. So it's gold because my dad confirmed it. My dad is the knower of all things, and if dad says it, then it's just gotta be. It's gotta be. I'm like, is this how you got into the cult the last time? Because you were still a little gullible there, Christina, and still a little naive. But okay. But we're gonna keep going. Oh, and Sam knows he's guilty too, so that's just another person that thinks that Dante's guilty. And I am thinking to myself, at least two of those people, she could have taken off, because Molly don't believe he's guilty, and neither does Sam. But moving along. Oh, I put sad thing is that she's wrong. And I'm over Christina and her fake ass belly. My words and highlights. Josh puts 2 and 2 together. Oh, okay. So because Sonny believes it, in your brain, your father can do no wrong. And I'm like, okay. Fuck you, Josh. At the same time, yeah. I can't even, what can we say? What can we say? It's true. It's true. Christina has become a bot. She does not have a mind of her own. She just goes around supporting everybody. And I miss the Christina of old because she was her own person. I missed the Christina when she went to Connie's house. Was it Connie she was about to attack with that bat? Was it Connie? I think it was Connie. I missed that, Christina. Y'all gonna be like, Twer, you wrong for that. I'm just saying. At least she had a mind of her own. Where we at? Liz kind of separates the two. And she lets Christina know, because Josh is like, well, I'm going to go look for my mom. So she goes and looks for her mom. And Liz lets Christina know that, not everybody's going to have an opinion, and Josh is not the enemy. And Christina's like, well, everybody's going to have to choose sides. And I was like, so are you going to be the only one left on this side once the truth comes out? I just want to know. After the truth comes out, you dilly little girl, are you going to be the only one on that side still? Or are you going to switch sides right over as soon as everybody else does? Because you don't have a mind of your own. I don't like how they're lobotomizing the strong women on this soap opera. It's just starting to really irk me. And I hope with the new writers we see some changes. That I want to see our strong female characters come back. This is just, oh my goodness. I don't remember, Christina was not this bad as far as this. Anything my dad says, I do. Okay, let me stop because y'all don't want to hear me sing. Meanwhile, Alexis encourages a nervous Molly who's looking over at Diane like, dang. No, I don't want to go up against this woman. And Alexis ain't too happy that Robert is leaving her daughter to clean up this crap. She ain't happy about it at all. But she does tell her it's just a bond hearing, and it's nothing serious, so she can relax. Olivia, of course, shows up with Drew. And Carly and Michael show up. Carly, asks about Dante, and Olivia's so uncomfortable. This is what I don't like. Olivia's already acting uncomfortable to Carly. Anyway. She's like, he's doing good. He's got a progress, and Carly should not have mentioned Jason. I love my Carly, but sometimes I feel like she's being antagonistic without being antagonistic. You know what I'm saying? If you don't have to keep praising or bringing the man up. She should just let that die and just said, well, I'm just glad he's doing good, and walked and sat down. But of course she's Carly, and she says, well, it's a good thing that Jason was there to save his life. To which Olivia's like, Jason's the reason he's dead. He's the reason that he's in the hospital. And I'm like, no, actually it's your baby daddy, but that's another day, another story. Like, she had it right the first time, and she should have kept it with that right there. It was because of Sonny, the reason why Dante was in that situation. But anyway, just when Drew brew, because like, okay, everybody needs to go to their corners, because no one's going to say anything positive, so we just need to go sit down. Nina, of course, shows up, and Carly lets her know, if you're looking for Sonny, he ain't here. And she's like, well, I'm also coming to thank you. And I'm like, you're coming to thank somebody at a Bond review. Oh, to support the family and thank somebody. You don't have a family, Nina. Why are you there? Why are you there? But anyway, she tells Carly, she thanks Carly for saying or doing whatever to have Drew give her Crimson back, and she feels like she can get Crimson back on her feet after, whatever she did to it. And Carly's looking at her like, girl, I guess a damn about your motherfucking magazine. We're here at a Bond with you? Dante's in the hospital. You up here talking about some damn magazine. Okay, that I said that last part. But Nina, it's not about you. It is not about you. They're going to be like, she's so antical today. I am. I just made up a word. I'm antical. Drew tells Olivia that he broke up with Carly because of Jason. And I'm like, bye, bitch. Okay. Drew, you just going around telling everybody. And I can't wait till all this is said and done. And word on the street is that Laura Wright is not keen to getting back with, I think I heard it from Soap Dirt. And it just makes sense that she's not really pushing for the Jason and her getting back together, especially with Sonny being around. It just feels weird. So I don't know. Maybe they won't automatically put them together. And I would like for them just to be friends and for Jason to figure things out why Drew looks stupid because he left her for no reason. Even though I do not, repeat, not want her back with him. Ugh. Moving along, Danny sneaks in. My boy, you see, you don't have to see him anymore. Girl, bye. I'm going to my daddy's hearing. That's my boy. Jason, of course, pleads not guilty. Yes. Because he's not. He's guilty for some other stuff, but he's not guilty for that. Diane gets him a $5 million bond, which Michael ain't got no problems getting together for his Uncle Daddy. And I was first for just 1 second, I was like, wait a minute. Like Jason's like a zillionaire or something, ain't he? And then I realized, oh yeah, I forgot he's supposed to be unalive. So now he has to re-unalive or re-alive his bank accounts. Because, I need to go shopping. No, I'm just joking. Jason and Carly, and then Jason says, when the guard's like, okay, we gotta go, he stops. The guard says, hold on 1 second. Turns around. And for a minute, I thought, Elizabeth was gone. Because I was about to say, he didn't even say anything to Elizabeth about Jake or anything. But Elizabeth's already gone because she followed Danny out of the courthouse. But he holds his hand out to Carly. And she grabs it. And then they hug. And she hugs her. That's her what? Her number, not her uno duno. Her dos. There's just them. And she hugging him, and little Mitchy Mitch, pissy boy up in the background looking. And Nina's like, I'm going to put this in my column. I can't stand neither one of them. I just want them to get together and just go Sailor Moon some damn where. But Drew then, okay, so this was so weird that we were at a preliminary hearing for the person that was supposed to be unaliving Dante. And right after the preliminary hearing was over and the $5 million bond was released, we have a smiling Drew and a smiling Olivia and everybody's smiling. And I'm like, see, they ain't even taking this shit serious. That's why I'm not sitting here crying for Dante. I'm not crying for Dante because ain't nobody else taking it serious. Hell, what's her name? We gonna get to her story and her lip plumping. Nobody's taking this story serious, so why should I? Everybody in there smiling and shit. I'm like, Olivia was just throwing salt on everything, and she's in here giggling and smiling, knowing this boy gonna be able to get out. He's a Quartermain. $5 million, please. Anyway, Drew happily tells Alexis that Nina is back at Crimson. So, but still a publisher for Invader, unfortunately. But the hope is that she will be so busy with Crimson and the Metro Court that she really won't have time to be bothering Alexis at the Invader. Please. She's going to be loving poking stories into that Gotham column's head. She's going to be very much involved in the Invader. Alexis is going to have to go. But when Alexis starts to talk to Molly, Olivia then tells Drew, welcome to the Nina support group for people who have to work with Nina. And the support group's name is, oh no, not Nina, which is funny as fuck. I think we should do a hashtag. Oh no, not Nina. What do you think about that, Sandy? Oh no, not Nina. Hashtag. Oh my goodness. And all along, they're sitting here making these giggles and, quips with each other. And I'm just sitting here like, wasn't it just about 4 or 5 minutes ago? It was like deaf silence and everybody was angry. If the person that tried to unalive my son was getting out on bond, I'd be mad right now. But Olivia ain't mad. Drew ain't mad. All the people that think that, even Christina ain't mad. They're just sitting here like, yeah, Molly, you did a good job. The good job was that he don't get out on bond. That's the good job. But he got out on bond. But everybody's still happy. So it's hard to be sad. And everybody's still happy. It's like, y'all can't even act. What the hell's going on? I'm confused. The actors are confused. Anyway. Alexis gives Molly the good reviews, and Molly brings up, even though Jason got a bail, and she reminds her, due to this case, the lack of evidence, I'm going to say lack of evidence, and Diane, this is a victory. And in truth, it is. It is. It's a victory, because, he could have gave him an OR and just sent him out. And he'd be done, you know what I'm saying? But no, he did definitely increase that bond to $5 million. Now for $250,000, that's nothing, but still. And Alexis was right, you know what I'm saying? And Molly did do a good job. She did. Molly does believe that Jason is innocent, and Alexis is proud that she followed the law, because that's the thing she's supposed to do, even though she knows it, you know what I'm saying? Christina is, I'm just going to go ahead and throw all these little stories that were happening in the courthouse at the same time. I really don't care about, I'm going to say them, but do I have an opinion on them? I have a lot of opinion about Molly, but we're going to get to the end, and then I'll give my opinion about this. But Christina's telling Nina that she should... when y'all see Christina sending Nina to her, get her heart broke. I think you and Dad, you were making Dad happy. And I really think, that was the happiest I've seen my dad. And I really think, that you should go there because he really needs you. But he's got Ava rocking his bops. He don't need no damn Nina. And when Sonny was talking about, wait, we gotta hurry up. Let me hurry up. Okay. Let me see. And then Alexis we're gonna go back to Alexis and Molly. And Alexis is praising Molly for being a fair lawyer. But and I'm like, and how she's so impartial and how she's just the epitome of fairness. And this whole entire time, she's talking about how fair and impartial Molly is. I'm reminded of how she wanted to power slam dunk Trina to jail, but did not make hardly any moves to move on Esme. Period. Even no moves. Just no investigation. She was trying to power dunk Trina, make her sign some stupid ass plea deal. Oh, she's so fair and she's so justice. I had to stop. I did kind of, after just hearing Alexis's praising and all that crap, I just kind of fast forwarded past of it because it started becoming hard to swallow when I seen how they did my girl Trina. You know what I'm saying? And how she's sitting there supposed to be some justice of the truth and all this crap. I'm like, girl, bye. Girl, bye. I'm so tired of the Davises. They're just like some off-brand Kardashians to me. Moving along, because now I'm going to have all the Kardashian fans unfollowing me. I'm sorry. Now we have like 2 people following me after today. So we're at General Hospital. And someone, not sure who told Sam about Dante going to long-term care. I don't know who told Sam this, but somebody told Sam that Dante is possibly going to be going to long-term care. And of course, she confronts Portia, and she is pissed off. Portia comes down because she calls her down, and she's like, well, hey, so I heard about, my Dante possibly, going to Turning Woods or someplace like that. And Portia was like, well, I haven't heard of anything like that. Let me go check into it. She says, but, and this is what Portia should not have done. But with Dante getting better, and he's in recovery now, ICU is really no place for him. And this is true. This is very true. This is very true. But this should have happened. This conversation should not have happened till she had everybody, the nurses, the staff, all the people, and Sonny and Olivia present. Not Sam. Because Sam should have no kind of... She shouldn't know anything about what's going on, to be honest with you guys. Girlfriend or not, hospital policy, HIPAA is serious. And if Dante never signed a form for her to know his business... It's just Olivia and Sonny, to be honest with you. And to be truthfully, really, it's just Olivia. Because I don't know if we got a birth certificate saying that Sonny is Dante's father. Anywho. Yeah, I said it. I went there. So Sam freaks out and mentions, if this was Curtis, what would you do if this was Curtis laying in the bed? And I'm like, Portia's looking at her like... Girl, I'd be doing the same thing you doing, okay? But at the same time, I would understand that this facility that they're sending him to is going to give him better treatment and cares than we can, because we have short staff, not enough people to sit there and flip your husband, turn your husband, take care of your husband. He's going to end up getting bed sores, and your insurance runs out after so many days. I'm sorry, guys. Just gave a little realism with that. But, and then she keeps saying, y'all just giving up on Dante. Is that what they're saying? Is everybody giving up on Dante? Is that what you're saying? Are you giving up on Dante? That's what you're saying. And she's like, Portia's like, look, I never said anything about giving up on Dante, and I'm going to slowly walk out of this room because you're acting like a bat crazy woman. Now, guys, to be keeping it real, that was real. How Sam was acting, it might have been like, oh, she was acting too much or she was acting too extra. That actually happens quite a bit at the hospital scene when we have a patient that has been sleeping and is vented. See, he is vented. He's recovering. He is out of the death's door, but he's slowly recovering, and he's going to need more time. So, and plus, he's vented. So long-term care facility is sometimes the best solution for these guys. You know, the where they going is a whole entire different party. And that's why families freak out, because of the horror stories that they hear about long-term care facilities not caring for their loved ones, not flipping their loved ones, the loved ones not getting properly medicated, properly bathed, properly treated. This is why people freak out when they hear long-term care facilities, because of the horror stories. Not all of them are that way, though. But this was real life. I really did. Even though Sam was always being extra, this was played to the part, because this really happens at the hospital. It really does. It goes down. Families freaking the hell out because they want the hospital to keep the patient there for forever, and hospitals don't do that. It's very rare that they do. They try not to keep a patient over so many days. I think like the max is like 300 days. Probably shorter than that though. I think, yeah, way shorter than that. I'm sorry, not 300 days, like 100 days. That's a long time for a patient. But, where am I at? And like I said, Portia didn't say anything about them giving up on Dante. Sam's just freaking out. Sam goes back into the room and tells Dante that he's not going anywhere. And I'm like, well, you're not the wife, boo, so you really don't get a decision on where he goes. Sorry. But maybe going forward, when he wakes up, maybe Sam will see that, you know, being his spouse kind of does come into play. You know what I'm saying? Anyway, so, oh, and all this time I'm looking at Sam talking. Did y'all notice that she got her lips plumped? Yeah, I did. I was cracking the hell up. So, later on, Stella comes in. And I said to myself, as soon as Stella walked in there, this is really inappropriate, even more, of them having this conversation with the girlfriend. They really need to be having Olivia and Sonny and her. Then she can come in, because it'll be the family bringing her in. But this is General Hospital. But this part was not realistic. They will not talk to the girlfriend. The man has to sign something. I mean, some nurses are nice, but they're not going to get specifics. They can't. They can get in trouble. And she can't sign shit. She can't sign nothing. She can't approve nothing. She has no rights. So Sam says that she should apologize to Portia, and Stella tells her that's not necessary. It's not, because this should have been handled better, and it should have. This should have been a family sit down with a family talking about this, not somebody just dropping some stuff off to the patient's person that's in the room. This is why we don't do that. This is why we only talk to who's listed. We don't just sit there and start randomly talking to people that are in there, even though we know this is a significant, the girlfriend. We don't do that because this is what it causes, problems like this. And it does, because it just happens in real life. This really does. A nurse or somebody will say something that they shouldn't have said to somebody else, and it just turns really bad. But anyway, but Stella apologizes to her, and that was right, because she should, because it should have been handled way, way, way better. And Sam, feels like the hospital is giving up on Dante, and this is a normal feeling. Like I said, none of this, they really played it to the T. And Stella talks to her about palliative care, which is very uncomfortable for every person, real life. Very uncomfortable, because people hear palliative, they think, oh, you're giving up on my loved one, you're sending them off to die. That is not palliative care. That's hospice. Hospice care is when you're terminal and you're not coming back. That's when we give you treatments to keep you comfortable until you pass. Palliative is to help you while you go through your recovery. Now, yes, some people do go on to palliative before they go on to hospice, but that's because they still want some fight. They still want to try something. They still want to do things. They don't want to just say goodbye to their lives yet. And I've seen people graduate from palliative back to life, full life, and I've seen people graduate from hospice back to full life. It happens. It's just all about how the patient, how the individual recovers. Sorry guys, I'm getting all technical. So, she explains to our dear Sam that this place would actually make Dante a lot more comfortable, and she keeps letting her know that no one's giving up on Dante. Sam thinks palliative care is for the dying, and that's when I was like, yeah, a lot of people do think that. And Stella lets her know that Dante is recovering. He is out of danger. He is getting stronger, but it's going to take a while before he wakes up. And Sam thanks her for not sugarcoating, and Stella lets her know, I ain't no sugarcoating, baby. I'm just telling you the truth. Which is what should be happening with everybody and not just Sam. But anyway, they discuss turning woods again, and Sam is reminded about, Michael's past, about Mike, Sonny's father passing there, and, how it just took, he just kept losing pieces of himself. And Stella lets her know that was after a long battle, to the point where he was ready to give it up. And Stella's like, Dante's not ready. And then, no, I think either Stella says it first or Sam says that Dante's not ready to give up. And Stella says, no, he's not. He's fighting. You have a fighter. And this is going to help him fight. Plus, we don't have the staff to do this. And you got to get home to your kids. Eventually. Because that's what it's going to be. I mean, if he was being there long term, she would have to basically have her kids being raised by somebody else while she's doing all the cares. Because the hospital cannot guarantee that they can have somebody there with your loved one at all times. Y'all can sit there and say, that's not true. But you need to be there for your relatives. That's the truth. Anyway, moving along. Unless some people get phenomenal staffs. I think the best staffing is in the NICU department for people. But moving along, where are we at? Sam doesn't want to leave Dante's side, and she does bring up a point. She's like, look, ma'am, look, Stella, Lulu, Dante's son, the mother is also in a long-term care. I don't want to put Dante in there. That's just going to make him look like we're just giving up on him too. And Lulu has been in there for a long time, and I'm so tired of that. Oh my gosh, can Lulu please wake the freak up? But anyway, and she doesn't want that for Rocco. She doesn't want to do that to Rocco. And Stella's like, well, I'll talk to him. I'll tell him the differences between what's the difference between Lulu's condition and Dante's. I don't know if there's too much condition. I think they're both choosing to sleep But she's like, I'll explain things that he's actually getting better and that he's a strong chance of recovery, and his recovery would be even better there because they have more staffing. And this is a highfalutin to-do place. It must be. You know, they ain't to the Sunny Sun, no, just no anywhere. And that's obviously not the place where Lulu is. So Sam lets her know that she will definitely talk to the family, and she thanks Stella for for talking to Rocco about it. And then that's when Sam gives this my baby this awkward rub down with a hard old cold towel, rubbing all on his body and then she goes and sits down and he knocks the cup over because he's like, how dare you? I'm laying here barely breathing and you gonna wrap this cold raggedy towel on my body. I would have woke up too and knocked that cup over. Dante will be awoke tomorrow, guys. We've seen it in the previews, and the first person he asked for is Anna. Why didn't he just say Jason didn't do it? I don't know why Sam ain't gonna stress him. I don't want to stress him and ask him that. I'll be asking him all kind of questions. Well, she already knows that Jason didn't do it, so why would she ask it? That's true. So we're at Sonny's penthouse, and Ava finally tries to throw doubt on Jason shooting Dante, and that's when I was like, okay. Guys, I was wavering about, Ava and her situation. And I'm not saying I'm fully sold that Ava's being all the way legit. But that was the first time Ava actually defended Jason. Really defended Jason. You know what I'm saying? And I like Ava and Sonny. I like Ava and Sonny. What's wrong with me? If loving you is wrong, I don't want to be right. I love it, guys. I'm starting to really love it. Anywho, Sonny believes that Jason put Dante there. And I'm like, no, you actually did, bruh. But says that Jason... But Sonny feels that Jason was... But Sonny also feels that even if Jason didn't put try to unalive Dante, he is working with the people that are trying to unalive him. And for that situation, I would be questioning it too. I would not be like, yeah, that we cool. No, wait a second. What's going on, bro? And you ain't even tried to come and tell me anything. So I would be questioning that too. I mean, come on. Let's just be real. You don't know what's going on. So that would be sus. That would be sus. And then really all he cares about is if his son is going to make it. Ava acknowledges that Jason's betrayal hurts him. And I'm like, girl, you just go ahead on, Ava Queen. Go ahead on, Ava Queen. And Sonny finally acknowledges that his choices put Dante there. He admits that it is his business that put Dante in the hospital. And Ava brings up a point that wall that they have between them is actually a gift. And it allows Sonny and Dante to actually be father and son. And I was going to look this up just to make sure I heard right. But I could have swore I heard Sonny say, and I said this motherfucker then said that the bond, that they have formed a bond. But it's not because of the compromises Dante has made. And I was like, wait a second. Dante has compromised himself? You see how Ava was like, hold on, what? You saying Dante has had evidence against you and hasn't used it? me and her both was like, what? Guys, come on. Has Dante done this more than once? Because Sonny only mentions the time he shot him. The time he tried to unalive Dante. When he did, I didn't know he was my son. And I'm like, you still shot this dude cold-blooded. But anyway, he said, I didn't know he was my son when I had tried to unalive him. Where was I at? Because I was like, wait a second. And hold on, I'm saying it wrong, guys. I'm sorry. Oh, and he lied to cover for me. That was the only time. Was there any other times, guys? I can't remember. I took a little break from General Hospital because Carly was this, but I can't remember. And then I watched the stories, but I can't remember. I'm not gonna look again. But I don't remember if there's any other time that Dante looked away. But he says the bond is not due to them Dante making compromises. I hope he said not to. I couldn't tell, so I'm going to say not to. Y'all let me know what he actually said. So Ava is doing her best to comfort and encourage her boo, Sonny. And she's leaning all over there, just talking to him and just leaning. I said, you just keep on going, girl. You gonna... What is going on with that lean? Almost had her hand on his knee. And he's glad that she's there. And who would have guessed? Yes, guys. Who would have guessed that we'd be sitting here smiling at Sonny and Ava? And that's when Carly come barging in. Ruining the moment. Why weren't you there for Jason? Why would I be there for the man to put my son in a hospital bed? How could you believe that Jason would put him in a hospital bed? Sonny says he was with his son who's dying. And when he said his son was dying, I was like, okay, so your son's not dying, bro. He's actually doing quite well. No, he's not breathing on his own. He's getting help from a ventilator, but he's kind of out of the dying phase, where if he was to die now, it would have to be because he's going to get an infection or he'd get a flu or something, which Stella did bring up could happen at the hospital. It also could happen at the long-term care center, but we gonna not talk about that. And so Carly said he's alive because of Jason, and Sonny says he's shot because of Jason. And I was like, actually, didn't you just say he got hurt because of you? But we gonna digress. We're not gonna say it because right now you trying to be the Sonny, the hero, the man, the person who's always getting beat up on, the victim. So Sonny brings up that Jason was trying to kill him, and Carly says he's jumping to conclusions. You don't know the answers, but you do know that he has saved your life so many times. You owe Jason the chance to explain. I don't owe Jason nothing. And I'm like, you do owe Jason a whole bunch, bro. You owe Jason a whole bunch, bro. It's bad enough that the two was crappy shooters at the beginning. And I guess we could give Dex that. I don't know what Dex did, but I guess we can give Dex that to help him for the last two shots. But the last one was you were definitely alive because of Jason. But we're going to go back in time. We don't even know how many times Jason has saved you from yourself, saved you from unaliving the wrong person, got you back on track. Man, he done saved your life so many times, bailed you out so many times, your kids, your wives, your girlfriends, your lovers. Your whole existence, Sonny. And that's why, and it shows by how you look now. This is you without Jason. It's pretty bad. It's pretty bad. You're seeing victims. You're seeing people everywhere. You running around in circles. You're lost, bruh. So, yeah. When he said, I don't owe Jason nothing, I hope he eats his motherfucking words. And I was a little disappointed to see Jason at Sonny's house, but I feel that, that's my boy, so I got to tell him what's up. But please don't let him go back to working for him no more. I would be so sad, guys, if Jason goes back to that crap. I don't. I want Jason to choose freedom. He's got sons that need him. Everybody's like he's a deadbeat dad. I would like to see Jason be something other than that for once. That's just me. I would like to see him be a whole person, have a whole life. Jason Quartermain never really got a whole life because he was always putting it at risk for Sonny and Carly. I would like for him to have a whole life and just do him. That would give him story, not this story no more. But long story short about my boo, he's bailed out. Jason put the money where the money's at. Jason's like, well, man, it's time to go home. And Sonny and Jason's like, nah, man, I gotta make my own moves. You don't tell me what to do, little man. And we all know where he's going. He's gonna go see Sonny and beg for him to forgive him. I hope he just says like, look, man, I didn't do it. We all know Dante's gonna wake up. We don't know where Dante's gonna be when he wakes up or how he's gonna be, if he's going to remember. Oh my gosh. Well, he doesn't have amnesia because he asked to speak to Anna, so he can't be having amnesia. I don't see why he wouldn't remember who shot him, since it wasn't a brain injury. It was a chest injury. Maybe loss of blood caused a little bit of that, could have caused that. I don't know. He did code a couple of times. I don't know. I'm just hoping that we get juice, but they wrap this, they keep moving forward because it seems like it's moving forward. We also see Brennan's back, baby, and Valentine is bringing him back, and he's like, man, I thought you forgot me. Oh, what was that about? Okay, so we may need a Jason and Sonny for a minute until we can get through this Brennan, and he tells him I'm done after this, and I want to choose my family. I want to give my life, I want to figure out who I am and try to figure that out. So it's going to be pretty exciting, guys. Dante's up tomorrow. Brennan's coming back with his fine ass. And like, oh, and that's what I want to talk about too. So they did a, Soap Dirt was talking about, I think it was Soap Dirt, was talking about, they did a, Carly, Laura did a show, and she was talking about her three possible love interests: John, Brennan, Kyrese, and Jason. And she said that she does not feel comfortable with getting with J-Dog while Sonny's in town. Just doesn't feel right to her. She is very interested in seeing what's up with Mr. Brennan, that is. So Kyrese, we might see some Carly and Mr. Brennan. And she said about John, you know, Carly and cops. That would be the first. But we see that Dex and Joss might be, you know, cop love, so we'll see. But I am interested in some Carly and Mr. Brennan, honey, and seeing what's going on with Brennan and Valentine. And I guess you were right, Spider Quakes. Brennan is Pikeman. If Brennan's Pikeman, I am very disgusted. That's all I'm going to say about that. I mean, I'm just going to be disgusted that the head of the biggest organization would allow himself to get arrested. Anywho, I'm going to wrap this up. I'm still hoping for Alcazar. You guys have a wonderful night. You all are amazing. Thank you for your subscription. I will see you tomorrow. Mwah. Blessings.